You know something I realized before beginning the stream today? I don't have any snow. I don't have any Christmas stuff on this overlay. Give me a sec. I can do this very easily. Okay, 4K green screen snow falling. This might be a long intro. It's going to be a long intro today because I got a lot of stuff I need to get through. What was that noise? Why did it... Oh, it put me before the chain. Okay, we're going to do the chain again in the actual game, but give me a sec. I'll be there momentarily. I am just getting some stuff up before beginning, as I have forgotten to put my... Oh, you're not going to let me download it, are you? Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, come on. I just want green screen snow. And it's going to take... Oh, brilliant. Oh, while that's happening in the background, hello, I am here. Here today to talk about God of War 4, which is, you know, kind of a Christmassy game because it's got snow in it. There you go. That's the Christmas connection. We're going to be finishing our climb through the mountain today. I think we're literally going to begin by climbing up the mountain. That's good. As for plans for the week, I'm not going to be doing 3 streams this week, which is good. I was worried I was going to have to for God of War 3, but we are more than 1/3 of the way through, which is what I wanted. Okay, there we go. Put that there. Put it in video. Call it snow falling, and then head over here. And then once that finishes downloading, there we go. Put that here. Go to Ultra Key. Wait, is it Ultra Key or Color Key? No, it's Chroma Key. There you go. There you go. We'll put it below all the other sources. Beautiful. Now it's Christmas. And I can even slow it down a little bit because it's going a little fast. Oh, that's like, now we're like in fucking JPEG land now. Okay, that was a bad idea. Bad idea. No. No, I slowed it down too much. There we go. Right, let's go to the news, shall we, chat? Because there's a bunch of news to get through today, including the announcement of my feature stream. There's something else I do want to announce, but it's not on the news segment, so we'll just have to get through that when we get there. But Christmas has finally begun. Yes, begun now. In fact, I've got an advent calendar behind me, which I can have a munch of, because I haven't done day 2 yet, I don't think. I have not done day 2. Brilliant. I always get myself a Malteser advent calendar every year, because I love Malteser, and it's free Malteser chocolate, and it's about, I think, about £2. So I'm not complaining. What a great idea to introduce like actual chocolate to eat in the countdown to Christmas. Whoever did that deserves like a raise if they're still alive. Schedule for this week, chat. We're going to be making our way to the top of the mountain Monday and Friday at 4 PM today and Friday. In theory, we should finish this game with a little bit of free time at the end of the year, which is good because I want to do a couple of special streams. The big one is going to be Floral's year of 2024. I have spent the year every so often, like 5 minutes whenever I finish a game, adding it to a PowerPoint presentation, and we're going to go through every single game I played this year, ranking them from my favorite, from my least favorite to my favorite. And that includes games that did not come out this year. So Final Fantasy X-2 will be on there. So I'm looking forward to that. That should be good. Community Game Night chat, I will continue to announce this. I am going to be hosting with More Malicious on the 8th of December. Community Game Jam. Community Game Night. We're going to be going through Unreal Tournament, which is a 1999 old school shooter, referred to as a Twitch shooter by numerous people. We might, if we have time, and I might make a post about this, do party animals, because Mobile wants to check out the Mario Kart mode. So I was like, okay, maybe we'll do like an hour and a bit of Unreal Tournament and then do a bit of party animals afterwards. We'll see how much time people have, but that should be good. Next Sunday, so this Sunday coming up, that's when we're going to be doing that. No Madvent this year. So if you saw last year, I did Madvent, which is this annual like calendar basically that leads up to Christmas of horror games made by the PSX horror community. And it's not doing it this year. I had a look and they're not running it, so no Madvent unfortunately, no daily recording, which you know is kind of a blessing actually, because that took a lot of my time during last December doing that. So I'm glad that's not on the plate this year. I get to focus on other things like recording Dragon Quest III and Brothership, which I have taken a break from. I didn't do any recordings on the weekend just because I felt a bit burnt out from doing recordings, so I plan on returning to that tonight. No, not tonight. Tomorrow. And doing a few recordings of that. I want to talk about Arcane Season 2. I want to talk about TV shows, because this new segment is not only me talking about, like, games and stuff, I also watch TV shows too as well. My lack of life also encompasses TV as well. I love Season 1 when it came out in 2022. My expectations were... I didn't set them too high, because you never know what happens with these types of shows. They could end up getting a really bad Season 2. But I will say, for what we got, this is on the same level of quality as Season 1. And I'll I'm going to put a full stop at the end of that, and then move on to the next line. I prefer Season 1, but it's still great. The thing about Season 2 is it has a lot of ideas, but it doesn't really go through like all of them in a very satisfying way, and it feels a little rushed towards the end. The creators have said they had no plans on doing a Season 3, but I also think that might have been a clever lie, because the last 2 episodes of this show are, while good, are extremely rushed. We are thrusted into a final battle, like Lord of the Rings final battle, in the final episode, which takes about, they have to have everything, all the characters, everything in like a 40-minute stretch. No, TV shows, we have to be better than that. We have to spend like a couple of episodes on that. Like, give an example, Last Airbender, that had like 5 episodes at the end of the season to wrap up everyone's storylines, and then they had the final battle. That's what this should have needed. It needed more space to breathe. I felt like I was constantly on a high. That was great, but there was also no like ladder to climb down at the end, so it was kind of painful. Season 1 didn't have that. Season 1, I was like, wow, this is amazing. It was a very nicely paced season. Season 1. Season 2 is a little bit... but it's still wonderful. I still think it's one of the best TV shows ever. That's just my minor complaint about it. I'm happy with how it ended, but I also wouldn't have minded a little bit more time with the characters we were given. So I started watching Dandadan because, you know, when I'm recommended a TV show in the community, I'm like, I might put it on my back burner, I might put it on my back catalogue. A personal friend of mine who doesn't watch anime recommended me to watch Dandadan because it was on Netflix. And I was like, okay, now I need to know what this is about, because if they're recommending it to me, then that means it must be something. And I've only seen episode 1. It's crazy. I don't think I've seen an anime of this much energy in like a 20-minute stretch of time. A lot happens in this episode, and it's great. It's funny. Animation's really good. I like that the animation is kind of not bad looking, but you can tell that they're being very artistic of it, where they're not having to put too much detail into certain shots, and it kind of works with the art style. That's kind of what you want with an anime. If you don't want to force your animators to die from doing each episode, like, incorporate it into the art style if you can. Like what Metaphor does, for example. But yeah, it's really good. I'm not going to talk too much about it because it's kind of nuts, but thumbs up for me. Good time. Moving on to games right now, chat. Anton Blast has appeared on here before. They keep delaying this game, chat. It was meant to come out in September. It is now hopefully finally releasing. I think tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. Alongside Go Home Annie, which is, I think, an SCP game? Maybe? I don't know. But, yeah. I'm looking forward to this because this looked like SCP Extraction. A kind of horror setting where you go in and find an SCP for the first time in its natural environment, which I think is kind of cool. Symphonia, a game that I thought looked very surprisingly like Hollow Knight, is a 2D platformer coming out soon. 2D platformer, not Metroidvania. It's very important that we address that. It looks beautiful. I definitely check this out when I get a time to, but now I don't have time, so I'm just making note of it now. I will say, however, this game has me extremely excited, because I like Indiana Jones, and I like machine gun games. And the combination of those two is a match made out of heaven. And I can't wait to see how this is, if it's good or not. But we'll see. And then finally, since I finished Arcane, I am playing the League of Legends Metroidvania that came out last year, Convergence. So I'm going to hit that out tonight, I think. Wukong, I'm actually getting close to finishing. There's going to be one more episode of this. I have been told that there are secret bosses. I will not be doing the secret bosses right now, though, because they're also the hardest fights in the game, and apparently one of the secret bosses you have to fight on New Game Plus. So I'm not doing that. If I have to replay the entire game to do a secret boss, I am not going through the whole game to do that. Sorry, it's not happening. But yes, basically, in summary, let's go through this, shall we? God of War today and Friday. Sunday, Unreal Tournament Community Game Night. That will not be a stream. That will be a thing in the Discord. At the end of the year, I will be doing Floral's Year of 2024. And then, after that, we will be doing my feature stream. Now, before we continue, we are going to do Guess the Game. Because I do promise to do that every single time. I think I already know what this is. Yeah, I think I do. That's been happening a lot recently. Like, oh wait, yeah, I know what this is. It's Kirby? Oh no, it's Skyward Sword. It's not Kirby, it's Skyward Sword. You can tell by the trees. Yeah! Yes! I'm kind of sad I know that, but to be honest, it kind of makes sense with Skyward Sword because you go back to this location like 50,000 times. Yeah, that's Elden Volcano, Elden Temple. That's the side of the tree. That's Sky. That's Sky. I forget what the first temple's called. It's something forgettable though. Oh, Link. Goose. Yeah, Skyward Sword. You have it there. Before we begin, chat, we're going to start by showing the feature stream of this year. I have been holding off on this, talking about this for last month or so. I'm looking forward to it. If you remember last year's feature stream, I did Hyrule Jumble, which was basically me going through the first 8 Legend of Zelda games shuffled, so they randomly switched. It was a lot of fun. This series is going to be around the same length, I think. It's going to be about 80 to 90 hours. So it's going to be the first 6 months of next year, probably, I'm going to assume. But let's get into it and talk about what that is going to be. Let's head over there then. And let me show you the next feature stream of this channel. That's right. Persona 5 Royal Rose, I am calling it. This is going to be my next playthrough after God of War 4. Basically, I finished Metaphor, and I was like, I need to play another Atlas game after this. I have not seen a whole lot about Persona 5. I know next to nothing about the twists. I know kind of the first bit of the game because I watched Mel play that, but I ended up lurking because I was like, I might play this at some point myself, and that is what's going to be happening. I have already seen a lot of Persona 3. Persona 4 I kind of stopped playing, so I was like, well, why don't I play this? Because I got it on discount for a really reasonable price, and yeah, we're going to be playing the raw version, which has added content and also fixes a couple of things apparently. But not only that, chat, similar to Hyrule Jumbo, there's going to be a slight twist to the series, which I have described as this is basically going to be a TV show. So I was inspired by how Maelstrom does his intros as the first part of each episode, of each stream. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be doing that, and also every episode I'm going to create a previously on. So previously on Persona 5 Royal Rose is going to be at the beginning of every episode. It's going to be like a minute recap of what happened in the last episode, and then I'll go immediately into the intro, and then the episode will begin. There's a couple of other things. I'm going to have a unique overlay. I'm going to have a unique PNG tuber that I have got commissioned. Shout outs to the looping background. Whoever made this is in top left. And also my art commission work, where I'm also going to be getting free emotes. So I'm looking forward to that. But yes, welcome in, Maelstrom. Persona 5 Royal Rose. Because why not? Why not play Persona 5? That's going to be a long game. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this out. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a good-ass game, to be honest. Yeah, and I think playing Metaphor and watching you play a whole bunch of P3 is definitely going to make it easier for me. I will not be using a guide for this, chat. There's going to be no guide usage. I might, at some point, I'm going to be, probably asking for help a little bit when it comes to certain small things, but I'm not going to be using, a calendar guide to match out my days to do everything perfectly. If we miss the end of social links, we miss the end of social links. That's just what's going to happen. The TV show will be unfinished. Yeah, I have heard it's easier to do than P3. And I kind of know what I'm getting into with this. Yeah, so that's the plan, chat. P5R. I was thinking of calling it P5RR, but I thought that was a little bit of a mushy title. I'm actually really happy with this logo. I'm not a logo maker. I'm not an expert in that regard, but I'm actually quite happy with this. This song is, by the way, is called AI and Heart. It's from Persona 5 Strikers. It's very good. I'm looking forward to listening to all the good Persona 5 music, because I can't get River in the Desert and Last Surprise out of my head, even if I tried. So yeah, that's the plan, chat. P5R next year. Probably going to be going to June of this one, just like with Hyrule Jumbo. It's gonna be fun though. Right.